2020 CR 6408, State of Texas versus Fabian Vega. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Eduardo Jimenez, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Vega?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on February 21st to the offense of murder. You entered a plea of true to the enhancement. The court found the enhancement true based upon your plea of true to the enhancements in States Exhibits 1 and attachments. And the court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. State, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, one witness, Your Honor.
All right. Call your witness.
The defense would call Brenda Torres.
Brenda Torres.
Mr. Vega.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to need you to keep your voice up so that the court reporter can hear and I can hear. All right. If you can state your name for the record and spell it.
Brenda Torres.
And spell it.
Brenda Torres, Torres.
All right. And sometimes I ask for people to spell their name so that they can practice keeping their voice up. And so I can test whether or not the court reporter can hear. All right. Defense.
Ms. Torres, what is your relationship to the defendant?
His wife.
Can you speak into
His wife.
the microphone, not to me? Okay. His wife. Do you have a child together?
Yes, we do.
Such
I have
child,
a 6-year-old son. His name is 8 years.
6-year-old son. What grade would that put him in?
He's in kindergarten. He's about to graduate next year.
Okay. How long have you known the defendant?
And I was 14.
And when was the child born? How many years thereafter was the child born? 2 years later. And what separated you at that point from Mr. Vega?
He was in juvenile.
I'm sorry. I'm going to need you to speak up.
He was in juvenile.
Okay.
And so we were unable to be together. Unable to be together.
Okay. What kind of person did you know Mr. Vega to be at that time?
Very emotional, loving, and caring. And open-minded.
Okay. So here's the thing. You're going to have to speak up, and you need to talk the way you're talking to people if you're not in court, because nobody can hear you. And if I can't hear you, guess what? You might as well not testify, because then I won't be able to consider anything. So you're going to have to keep your voice raised. Do you see the level I'm at? That's the level you need to be. I know sometimes you're nervous, but if you want me to hear what you're saying, I can only hear it if you speak up. Okay?
How old are you now, Ms. Torres?
I'm 22.
You're 22.
Yes,
And you have a 6-year-old child.
I do.
Have you raised that child alone?
I have.
That's not an easy thing to do, is it?
No, it's not.
Is it easier to keep your voice up so everybody can hear you? All right, let's do that then. Okay, so you say you were separated from Mr. Vega at the point that you were pregnant because Mr. Vega, repeat what you said,
He
please.
was in juvenile at the time. That's when I was pregnant.
Were you ever reunited with Mr. Vega?
He came for a home visitation and we were together, but then after that he turned himself in since he was for years after that.
Okay. While he was in jail, did you have any communication or contact with Mr. Vega?
Yes, he talked on his phone and he's written his letters for all these years.
Without citing quotations from those conversations or those letters, how would you describe them in general?
Very emotional and loving, and I've never felt any less love than him after all these years. It's remained the same.
Did he ever bring up, for example, anything about his son?
Yes, I know he loves severe and we don't want to explain anything to him right now until he's old enough to understand.
So your son's 6 years old, but he doesn't know anything about his father?
No, he doesn't.
Does he know his father's name?
Doesn't.
When do you think you might be willing to share those things with your son? He's about 8. Okay. And how often would you speak to Fabian or Mr. Vega rather, while he was in jail?
Recently it's been a lot lately, but before it was only the 4 times a month, which really wasn't that often. It was very difficult to talk and not being able to be together.
Mhm.
It was just a lot of emotion there.
Okay. Did he ever express remorse for the?
Yes, he's apologized sincerely. He's still apologizing for not being able to be there, for his actions speaking to me from us. I've forgiven him.
What do you look forward to, if anything?
To coming home and being able to recreate the family that we started in the first place.
How do you care for your son as a single mother? Do you have a job, for example?
I do. I'm a manager at Whataburger. At Whataburger.
And are you this? Who cares for your? Well, he goes to school while you're at your work.
At work, yes.
Okay.
And then
All
at night he's with his grandma.
With your grandmother or
My mom.
with your mom?
Mhm.
Okay. So your mom's been part of the child's life as well.
Yes, sir.
What does your mom think about Mr. Vega at some point reuniting with your family?
She's ready. She wants me to tell Xavier about him already so we can have contact. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with the court before?
I just want to say that it's hard to see who he is inside, but he's right in front of you, but he's still a person. He still has been a father and should deserve to come with us.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions?
Just a couple questions, John. Ma'am, how old is your son?
6.
6. So he's born in 2017 or 2016. How much time did the defendant, Fabian Vega, spend with that son back then?
None, because he was in juvenile.
So none. And he's never seen him?
He's seen him.
But he's participated in this 6-year-old, your son's life. How much?
None, because he's been in juvenile and in jail.
He's in juvenile and jail, but he was not in jail when he committed this murder.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so how much time did he spend with the son then?
He didn't.
Okay, thank you. No further questions, Your
All
Honor.
right, what's your son's last name?
Becca,
All right, thank you.
please.
Judge, we have. May I go?
Yes.
Okay.
Any further witnesses?
No further witnesses, Judge, just allocution from the defendant.
All right. He's going to be subject to cross-examination. I understand what allocution is, but if he wants to give his statement, he's going to be subject to cross-examination. He gave up the right to remain silent when he entered his plea.
All right, let me just check with him and then see what he says.
Okay.
Your Honor, he would like to allocute.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Fabian Vega.
All right, defense.
I believe he just wants to share with the court a few brief words.
Yes, ma'am. I want to say that I know I took a lot that I can't get back, and I want to apologize to my victim's family for some of the pain that I caused them and for their loss. And I regret everything I did. I feel remorse to them and stuff like that. I know I'm going to prison, and I would want to get myself right over there by getting my GED because I never finished high school. Take drug classes. I had a problem with drugs in the past, and take parenting classes to better myself to go home to be a good father to my son and just go home clean and just be positive out there and find myself in no more of situations like I'm in right now. And I ask that you show mercy on me, on the descendants, a wife and a son that need me out there, and I like to go back to them home as fast as I can.
Any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Vega, in your
Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Vega, you stated when you were asked about this incident here, you said that, in here it says, my neighbors told me them where I was, my name, and that I had tattoos. I tried to fight it with self-defense. So are you saying this is self-defense?
No, sir.
Okay, but so that's wrong in here. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you lie in here?
No,
Excuse me?
no, sir.
But it says self-defense here.
I was in fear of my life at that moment. I've been shot at, but he seemed proud in the past, so it wasn't out of fear, I guess.
So do you feel that you had a right to kill that day?
No, sir. I feel like I should have handled the situation a lot like different. It was out of fear, I guess, like my reaction.
You know, you didn't just, you killed one individual, but then you shot 3 individuals that day. You do realize that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that you were shooting into a park, Father Benavides Park. You're aware of that.
Yes, sir.
And there are people out there that you were randomly shooting at. You're aware of that.
Yes, sir.
And then you say a witness of yours backed out. Who was the witness?
My roommate, Caleb.
Caleb was willing to testify against you. You do realize that.
Yes, sir.
So how did he back out? Because he was going to tell the truth?
I don't know.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, anything else?
Mr. Vega, did you grow up your entire childhood with both your parents?
No, sir.
Can you please explain that to me?
I grew up on like CPS care, so I was never around my mom or dad, and I was always like, I grew up having like a hard life, so I don't blame no one for my actions that I did. It's just I didn't grow up knowing right or wrong.
When you were when did CPS order you into care of a foster home?
Yes, sir.
And how was your experience with that foster family?
It was bad, real bad.
You still keep in touch with that foster family?
No, sir.
You still keep in touch with your mother, your father regularly?
No, sir.
So when you go to prison, you said you're going to take parenting classes?
Yes, sir.
Why would you need to learn how to be a loving father?
I was never taught how to be one. I never had that growing up, so I would like to learn. So when I go home, I could be one. That's my plan.
What about the drugs?
With the drugs as well. I plan on going down there and taking drug tests to it as well. I had a bad drug problem growing up, and I would like to fix that before I do go home.
And why didn't you ever graduate high school?
I was always incarcerated and not focused.
Well, what are you going to be focused on when you go to prison?
My GED.
Is it you're just going to go to prison and they're going to hand you your GED?
No, sir. I'm gonna go to class and get my GED. With my GED.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vega, why does it take you going to prison for you to wake up and realize that you right what's right from wrong? I don't understand that. Like, why does it take going to prison for you to say, I'm going to get my GED, I'm going to be in my son's life, I'm going to be a good parent, I'm going to get off drugs? Because I'm looking at your history, and you've been in trouble with the law as a juvenile since 2013. And it started with graffiti at a church or a school, and you were on deferred for that for 6 months. And I know, because I've toured their facilities, I know they give you an opportunity for your GED and for you to do all of that and get your life on track. And then you pick up another case in 2014. Then you are in need of supervision in 2015. And then you have a possession in 2015 and evading in 2015. And this, what I'm talking about, is just your juvenile history. And it goes on and on and on. 2016, 2017, all juvenile. And then you have this incident out of Waco where I'm assuming you went to TYC. I know they don't call it TYC anymore, but you went there. And it appears that you didn't learn anything. And then now we're here for this. And how old are you?
23.
All right, you're 23. And I know what young people think because I was in your position. When people get sentenced to go to prison and they're young, they think it's the end of the world for them. But time goes by so quickly. I can't believe how quickly this year is passing. And you still have a chance to improve your life. Like there's someone here who's dead. They're not, and I want you to think about this, they're not having graduations. If they were going to graduate, you can say, hey, that person was a horrible person too, or did horrible things. But guess what? They're not going to graduate. They're not going to see any grandchildren maybe they were going to have. They're not going to get a chance to improve themselves here on the planet because they're no longer with us. So there are many things that they won't be able to do. I don't understand why, if you have a child who's 6 years old, instead of doing this, why were you not spending as much time with them as you could? The witness tells me that you're very, very loving. Then a very loving person would be, I want to spend as much time with my son as I can because I've missed out so much on his life. I went through Child Protective Services, so I want to make sure my son doesn't go through that. I didn't have a good father, so I want to make sure my son has that. That's not so much about you knowing right from wrong. That's just like common. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court will hear argument. His cap is 25 years. State, I'm assuming you're asking for 25?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And defense?
Our defense is asking for mercy, and we're asking for that in a situation where there's been a death, a murder, and that life can't be brought back. So there's nothing we can say to change that fact. This young man, having growing up without a father and mother, there's nothing we can do to change that either. This young man making poor choices, not being around his son as his son was growing up, and being rather with people who are involved in drugs and guns. There's nothing we can say to change that either. But we have heard from him. He knows that this is pretty much his last chance to turn his life around. He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life in prison. So we are asking for mercy, Your Honor. He has explained what his plans and goals are to the court, being get his high school diploma so he can get a decent job out there, and take enough education and courses and therapy so that he's able to break his chains of addiction, Your Honor, and also learn to be a good parent to his son who's out there waiting for him, and his wife, Miss Brenda Torres, to be a good husband to his wife. We're asking for leniency from the court, full knowledge that we can't change the fact that we're dealing with a murder here, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Vega, I want you to know at some point in time, our actions are our own. We can no longer blame it on the rough childhood we had, because a lot of people had a rough childhood. A lot of people had parents that were not in their lives. Some people had parents who were in their lives and shouldn't have been in their lives. But I do take in consideration when I hear that, because as a defense attorney, I used to always get upset when the state would say, well, this person didn't commit a murder and they had a rough life. I want you to know I look at people as individuals. You understand? All right. So I'm going to sentence you to 25 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Take in consideration 2020 CR 6409, night mag number 68664 and 674688. That's the county court cause number 674688. I'll ask for you to have the therapeutic community. You'll have to request that. That's to help you with any drug addictions that you may have. But if you don't request it, they're definitely not going to give it to you. And I can't make them give it to you. I'm going to do a no contact order with Xavier Vega until the expiration of 15 years. At that time, he'll be 21. He'll be able to hopefully make a decision on whether or not he wants to see you. So there'll be no contact with Xavier Vega. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right. I wish you nothing but the best. Good luck to you. And are you Mr. Log?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
And did you review it with your client?
Yes, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. Court is finding there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We're asking to do so, yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I would just ask that the court follow the plea bargain agreement.
All right, sir. Do you have any children or grandchildren?
No, ma'am, I don't have any children.
Who do you have as a support system?
My wife, Victoria Ann Locke,
Okay.
and my mother, Mary Locke.
All right. And before this happened, were you employed?
No, I'm 100% disabled veteran.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment or disability within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or minors. So if you provide your disability that you're 100% disabled, then of course there will be no employment. So one of the two needs to be provided to probation within 45 days of your release. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Judgment satisfied in cause number 2025 PF 20911. And with regards to the judgment satisfied, that cause number is not heard by me. So wherever that cause number is, they'll have to calculate the number of days you've been in jail and give you that exact number of days in jail for it to be judgment satisfied. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Right. Ignition interlock until further notice. A 2-year license suspension. DWI education course. Victim Impact Panel Live. In custody, this is what I want done. I want a referral to felony drug court. Counsel, that should be completed soon. And also a referral to Veterans Treatment Court. If you'll contact either Veterans Treatment Court or felony drug court to see which one can see him sooner. Ms. Abrams, can you help her reach out to Herman?
Judge, I can do that. You just can't have 2 referrals open at the same time.
Okay, so felony drug court, they'll probably be able to see him maybe this week. Veterans Treatment Court, that usually takes longer.
Would that hang him up as far as remaining in custody?
Well, Veterans Treatment Court, because they do it very quickly, I'm going to have him in custody until that's completed. With the Veterans Treatment Court, that can be done out of custody because that takes longer.
So given that he's 100% disabled and he is a veteran, judge, I would ask the court to allow him to apply or be evaluated for that one first.
For Veterans Treatment Court,
Yes.
then he's going to have to be in custody.
Oh, I thought you said he could apply out of custody. So you're
Staying.
saying he's staying?
Yeah, for felony and drug
Well,
court.
then whatever's the quickest.
All right, so we'll do felony drug court first. And if felony drug court doesn't accept him, then he can do veterans treatment court out of custody. I just want him to get the treatment as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So,
So as far as, I've never had to do anything myself to get somebody into
Well-
to the drug treatment, the felony drug court.
well, the drug court, all I have to do is sign a referral and I'm going to sign that today.
Okay,
So he'll probably be seen this week because it's only Tuesday.
okay. So you don't need anything from me as far as
No.
that goes.
The
Just
Veterans
like-
Treatment Court probation has said they will reach out to them. And that's just if he's not accepted into felony drug court. Sometimes felony drug court will say, hey, I think he's a better fit for Veterans Treatment Court, but that will just be decided at that time. So we're going to do a referral for felony drug court in custody. If not accepted, then it will be Veterans Treatment Court out of custody, and there'll be a TAP evaluation out of custody. 200 hours of community service restitution. And again, you have to provide your disability with regards to that if there's some issues with his doing community service hours. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Forfeit the firearm. And we'll do, Veterans Treatment Court should be able to address any mental health issues. Are you seeing a doctor at the Veterans Treatment Court?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, at Veterans Hospital?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. So continued treatment at the VA
Yes, ma'am.
for mental health.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Probation, is there anything else?
This is, and then I also want to know, do you want him to do the DWI education or intervention?
DWI intervention. And field visits one time per month for 6 months. Thank you. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right. We can go off the record. Oh, no. Not off the record just yet. So I know this is a lot for you, but this is what I want you to understand. You're going to be out of custody before the week is out because felony drug court will have done their evaluation before then.
Okay.
If for some reason felony drug court, they'll contact probation or they'll contact me and they'll let me know that they think you're more suitable for Veterans Treatment Court. And then what will end up happening, if that's the case, you'll be released from custody and you'll have to make sure that you make all of their appointments because Veterans Treatment Court is completely different from probation. And they'll give you a date of when to show up and they're real good about having a case manager so they can contact you. If for some reason Veterans Treatment Court said, no, he's not a good fit with us, then you're going to have to do a TAP evaluation with probation. That is another different date. But in this court, probation is very good about contacting you and saying, this is the date of your TAP. So don't think just because you've done one, that means you don't have to do anything else. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And if for some reason there's confusion on your end or probation's end about what you need to do, just let them know you're confused. If you feel they're not helping with that, you can always come back to court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Because the state wants you to succeed, I want you to succeed, and your attorney wants you to exceed at this probation, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, thank you so much. I like your shirt.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.